Here we are at our last site, the second oldest after La Real Fuerza, where we were just a few minutes ago. This is the Convento de San Francisco de Asis, simply the convent or basilica of St. Francis. The Franciscans were one of the earliest monastic orders to arrive in Cuba. A wealthy inhabitant of the town, enamored by the sect, donated all of his possessions to them so that they might have a monastery on the waterfront. Additional funding was collected in 1574, and work was underway by the mid-1580s. So, despite not having a specific completion date, historians can assume that the structure was completed by the end of the 16th century. The wish of the townsman who donated his belongings almost came too true, as the tower of the convent was almost in the water. A massive hurricane at the end of the 1600s swept over the town, destroying much of it, and tearing down the convent's tower, seriously damaging its facade. The look of the convent would change a lot in the following years. In the early 1700s, the chapel was replaced with a vaulted transept, and in the next 30 years, the facade and the apse were enlarged. When the British captured Havana, they converted the convent into their religious headquarters. When the Spanish reobtained their precious city, the building was condemned because it was considered impure. Its new look mixed Corinthian and early Baroque styles. The tower built for it was the tallest in the city, with the statue of St. Francis at its peak. In 1841, the Queen Consort of Spain, Maria Cristina of Bourbon, ordered that the church be closed down. The altars were subsequently destroyed. Today, the convent is used primarily for shows such as theater and concerts, and, when you get back to your hotels, you should see if anyone interesting is playing in the next few days. Well, I hope you had a lovely time visiting Old Havana. Luckily, since all of the sites we saw today are part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, collectively known as Old Havana and its fortifications, the hope is that these will still be standing here a long time from now. I hope you come back to see them, and when you do, remember to book me, Henry Eisman, as your tour guide. Buenos noches.